Night Fury 25 here, now known as the Red Dragon, which is the Red Dragon, in English and German, mostly German. I'm here today to bring you a video that has been done before by others, but mine, I'm including pros and cons of what happens, which is mostly pro, but the cons definitely has to be looked at. So, it's actually Xbox sharing games, where you can have unlimited amount of games as long as you have your friend put their profile on your Xbox and mark it as their home Xbox. Now, you can see out of my games, I have tons of them. Tons and tons and tons and tons of games. Over 90. Most of them being full games or arcade games or even some test games. So, I just wanted to show you somewhat of the game list on there. And then we'll go into how to do it, and then we'll go into the ways and cons of it. So, how to make your friend's Xbox, or how to get these done, is just basically, this is, let's say, my buddy gave me his account. Now, I do gotta warn you with saying that, only do this with people you trust. You cannot be held responsible from any random person that you let take your gamer tag and your personal information, and they can completely destroy you, or they might do this. Just make sure you do it with someone you know that you can trust in. I actually have done it with a buddy that I've known on Xbox for years, and he let me get his gamer tag, I let him get mine, and we trust each other. That's the only way we did it. If we had just met like a month ago, I wouldn't trust him. You know who I'm talking about. Now, anyways, so basically, you download the profile to your Xbox, and they do the same with your profile on their Xbox. And then you go into settings after it downloads, and you'll go down to My Xbox. Now, when you get into this page, you don't want to mess with anything, you don't want to tamper with their stuff, just get in, get out of their account. Because once it's done, it's done. You don't have to ever worry about going back in. And then you go into here, into your home Xbox, and as you can see, this is perfectly fine. Microsoft allows this. It says if you make this your home Xbox, people can play your downloaded games without having to sign in as you. So, say this is my buddy's account, I now am in here, I'm going to mark this as my home Xbox, even though his Xbox, that's his, but he won't ever do this to his on his gamer tag. It's now going to be permanently on mine unless I remove his Xbox or he goes in and marks his Xbox back as home. So that's how that's done. The nice thing about it, one of the pros, you can have multiple people, multiple friends that you know, actually download their profiles to your Xbox and then mark it as home. So you can have several people's. But the only downfall is you can only put your gamer tag on one console. So I had to make a list of who's buying more digital games and who's not. I'm going to let them have it. So I did that, and now my friend has my gamer tag on his Xbox, and we're sharing games. Now, one of the downfalls is I'm not sure which games are mine. um, but it doesn't really matter when you go into the games. It's fun. It's awesome. But the big downfall, which I'm going to show you here, this is the reason why I made this video actually. I'm going to go silent after I actually stop the online. I'm going to turn off, or I'm going to go offline. Um, I'll go silent because I'm actually Skyping this so you guys can hear my voice and everything. I can't get it to work any other way for some reason, and I just don't want to spend money on tons of cables to make it work any other way, so I'm just using Skype. So when I go silent, you'll see me log into, or I'm going to stay logged in. I'm going to go into first my game, which I'll actually show you real quick. Let's see here. This is my game. I actually downloaded this while it was on sale, even though next month it's going to be free. Bummed out. But as you can see, I can go into my game. It starts up. It does take a second to load up for some reason. But basically, it will load up, it'll play. Let me go from there. Oh, dark screen. Okay, so yeah, there's that. Okay, now let's go back to the home. Oh, alright, now let's go into my friend's game. I know he downloaded for his kid. Both these are offline games. You can play these offline. I wanted to make sure before I ended up going into them. But as you can see, online. I've done that. As you can see, I'm definitely online. And yes, I have 1 day left, but that's actually another nice thing about doing that. If you didn't see on the bottom half of the, when I was going to mark my console as a home Xbox, it says that if you also have gold, your friends can play on your Xbox or on their Xbox without having to have gold. So I'm going to let mine go for a little bit. But the downfall is I won't be able to play my purchased games. And if you just purchase games and you want to play your game that you purchased and some reason you're offline, it could be rather your network's down because they're doing maintenance on the network, like mine did recently, today actually. That's the reason why I'm prompting to make this video now. Or maybe you're moving and you don't have internet set up yet, or maybe you didn't have a chance to pay the bill. So we'll go in here and I'll show you. Again, I'm going to go offline. You're going to see me go offline. And then I'm going to show you trying to get into my game first. You'll see a nice little prompt that shows that I cannot get into my own game because it's not my home console, but I can get into my friend's game. So it's a double-edged sword. You can't play games that you purchase, but you can still play your friends' games. So here we go. I'm going silent for a couple minutes. You might hear some weird noises when this happens. So let's go offline. Here we go. Okay, as you can see, could not get into my own game, but I can get into my friend's game. So that is a downfall. Hopefully you're ready to start playing some of your friends' games, maybe save some that you might want to not play. Unless you're offline and you're like, well, I have absolutely nothing to play now because I wanted to play my game, but I couldn't. So that's the pros and cons. The pros are you have a huge library. Cons is that you cannot access your game. And then also, let's see another one. Can't access if you're online, or if you're not online, I mean. And then another one is actually if you purchase a game and you don't like the game, you can only hope that you did not get achievement in it or a certain time frame. I can't remember the time frame, but I know one of them is if you get an achievement in it, you cannot return the game. You can return digital games. You just have to make sure not to get achievements or spend too much time in the game. They give you a refund by Xbox currency or Microsoft currency, as they call it. It basically just goes right onto your account, and then you're able to buy something else. But if you get an achievement, you cannot. So that's another downfall of having it. You're stuck with games you might not like if you get an achievement in it. Other than that, it's really nice. So I just want to kind of throw that out there. I know it's been out there for a while. It's just that the big con of not being online for whatever reason, I had to put it out there.